All right, so let's have everybody come. Dash is here too. We're gonna have everyone come so they're standing up tall. You can be on or off your mat, wherever feels good. Legs about hip distance, a little bit wider maybe, depending on how you're feeling today. Hands to hips or out to the side. Get nice and tall, pull your abs in, find that core connection on your breath. We're just gonna open up with some hip circles today, going to the side, back, round, and center. Just kind of loosening up from the day, because we may or may not have been seated a lot. Just kind of creating some space through the hips, through the low back there. Dash is seeing the reflection on the wall and trying to jump for it. Make sure you're just breathing through these, pulling your abs back and in for support. You might feel that length happening through your hips, your hamstrings, maybe even transferring into the low back a little bit. Just notice how that energy is as you twirl your hips around. And then take a moment to pause and reverse that circle the other way. Again, as large as you can, really allowing those hips to stick out wide to the side, almost like you're hula hooping. Draw that big circle around. Tumbling as we go, right? Loosening up the body, adding some lubrication to it from the day. Nice somersault dash. We'll take it one more time around. And then we'll find center, pause there. You're gonna reach your arms up, look up, take a mini back bend, feel that stretch. Maybe touch the wall if you're able. And then dive those arms under and through, stretching for 3, 2, 1, and then reach up, look up, arc, open, extend. Lift in the heart and chest, take that back bend. And again, dive under for 3, 2, 1, lift, open, arc, extend, and just moving with your own breath and your own pace through these. Just hanging like a rag doll at the bottom. Allowing your spine to get some traction here between that flexion and that extension. Lifting, opening up. We'll take that just one more time through. Remembering to breathe. And then carefully come back through center. Walk your feet in a little bit closer. And bring your arms out in front of you like a mummy. You want to close your fists and then open your hands. Close and open, standing nice and tall. Kind of opening up the wrists, opening up those forearms from the day. You may have been texting, you're on the computer. Loosening up those joints here as you breathe. Getting taller in your spine. Just moving at your own pace. You'll start to feel the muscles through the shoulders, into those arms warming up as well. Just flicking all that negative energy away from you here. We'll keep this movement, but just open your arms to the sides. Same deal, flick it away from you, far away as you breathe. Getting taller in the spine, narrowing from side to side through the waist, connecting that breath to the movement. So we always want to have that inhale through your nose, exhale out when you need. Good, keep with that movement. Again, bring it back through center. Open up the collarbones so you're nice and wide through these. Notice how you might feel a little bit more posture muscles kicking in this time. Maybe that mid to upper back. Again, just moving from the wrist, that flick from the wrist, making sure the elbows stay nice and long. Connecting to the breath here. Beautiful work. We open it up one more time, continuing that movement, stacking tall, growing out of the heels. Breathing when you need. Beautiful work. Allow those arms to lower on down. Feel that heat we've created. Now we're going to take that heat and use it for our side bend. So arms up to the ceiling. Take a side bend over to the right. You can let that left foot step out. So you get a deep stretch through that whole side rib cage. Return through center and switch sides. Step it over and out as you side bend or reach. So maybe just your toes are on the mat. Create that traction through your spine. And again, just take it on the other side, moving at your pace through these. Opening up from the ribs to the hips. Grabbing opposite wrist if that feels good to you. Otherwise, arm can just stretch by your side and you can reach. Do what feels best. Creating that space and length, feeling that opposition from the floor through the crown of your head. Do one more each so you're evened out. And then when you're even, arms will lower on down. We'll step you right to the front of your mat. Legs and feet hip distance, stack nice and tall. Hands can be to hips or they can come into genie pose if you need to, if that feels a little bit more sturdy and stable. We're going to step just your right foot back down into the mat so the knee comes down. Bring the left knee to meet it. Then step your right foot up, come back to tall. Just stepping and walking it down to the mat, all the way, and then walking up, tall center. Using your abs to support the movement, along with your breath. Again, hands wherever feels good to you. We'll take that one more time, leading with the right. And step it up. Tall. Now we switch the lead leg, so the left leg steps back first, then the right, and then march it up all the way to tall. Just working on that mobility here, making sure we don't use the hands to assist or defying gravity as you grow up. Breathing whenever feels natural. We take it one more time, down and up. Noticing the imbalances in the body today, just becoming aware. And then you can do that same step back with either leg and come all the way down. We'll swing those legs around. We'll lie you down to your back. When you're down there, we're gonna hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little back massage here. Let your knees go side to side or draw some little circles around. Do what feels best to you. We'll start by waking up your core here next. So bring your hands back behind your head to support your neck. And bring your heels together, toes apart, knees as wide as your shoulders. So we're kind of in a frog-like position here. Tailbone stays heavy on the mat, back stays flat. Curl and lift your upper body up. Head stays up throughout if you can. We just lengthen your legs out long and then pull them back in. Kind of like footwork here. We push away and then pull back to you. Breathing in, breathing out. Push and pull. Inhale, exhale. Feel that inner thigh, pelvic floor connection as you work. Go for 2. And then stretch your legs long and hold them there. Just the toes point and flex. Move the ankles. Toes flex. Toes point. Toes to you. Toes away. Curl up a little higher if you can. Feel that heat in the body. Flex. Point. Flex. point. Take it 2, 1. Reach and then bend the knees in. Head releases. We glue those legs together. Both hands come to your right knee. Left leg extends out long and straight to your point of control. Head lifts up from here. Single leg stretch. Pull that left knee to you. Switch it back to the right. Inhale, exhale. And switch. Switch. Working your ascending and your descending colon here. We switch. Switch. Connecting back to that breath. Take and go 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug both knees in. Head releases down. Extend your legs up to the sky. Hands and arms come up straight too. Palms in a prayer position here. So press those palms inward. If you need a little bend in the knee to help out that low back so there's no pain, feel free. From here, we curl up, reach those hands between the legs as they open. Close and lower everything down. Fold from the ribs, exhale up. Inhale, lower. Keep those hands actively pushing in as you go. You'll use that strong breath out to lift you. Take and go for 3 more. And up for 2. Feel that outer inner thigh. 1 more. Lower down. Hug the knees in. From here, we're going to work on those obliques a little bit. So head stays down this time. Arms press to mat. Legs up to the ceiling. Again, if you need to modify for any reason, just bend the knees a little. You'll still get the benefits. Corkscrew. Hips can lift slightly, but shoulders do not. Legs come to the right side first. Circle down, around and center. And then reverse that, take it left. Circle around and center. The goal here is to keep the shoulders and chest down and onto the mat. Hips can shift slightly. The larger the circle, the more challenging it will be. You want to imagine 2 legs are one giant leg here. It's almost like you're stirring a pot of soup, circling in one direction, and then reversing it the other way. Really using that exhale to create that punch in the gut-like sensation here. Let's go 1 more each direction to even you all out. When you're even, knees bend in, feet lower to the mat. Feet will open up as wide as the mat, or maybe slightly off of it today. They'll be about parallel still. Arms to mat, we take in bridge, so spine tucks the tail. We lift your hips up nice and high. You want to find a straight line from the shoulder, hip out the knees, and then gently descend, roll and take it back down. Beautiful work. Find that bridge again, that spinal articulation of lifting up high, pushing through the heels, and then rounding down, stretching that tail away from your shoulders. Inhales up. Exhales to lower. Really using that full breath. Loosening up the low back, Turning on the glutes and hamstrings all the way into the seat. With this final one, we bridge you up high. We stay high at the top. Really push through your arms to give you that added support. Now connect your knees together and open them up. Knees tap in and open wide. So it's almost like a clamshell tapping those knees inward. You're going to start to feel the muscles deep beneath your glutes. Those are the rotators of the hips. Turning those on will help your golf game out, your tennis game as well. It's going to give you that lifted tush we all desire. Let's go for 3 more taps in. Big exhale, 2. Close the knees tight and stay. Just the bottom comes halfway down. Push right back up. Dip it down. Push and lift. Little dips and lifts here as you breathe. Gaze is at the ceiling. We're feeling a little bit more through the crease of the seat on these. Really use that exhale to lift. Take it high for 3 more. Lifting 2. Lift and stay high. Knees separate. Round down. Release. Beautiful work. Let your knees fall over to the right side. Spinal twist here. The bottom right knee comes on top of the left foot if you'd like. Arms wide to a T. You can create field goal posts by bending at 90s, or even lengthen your arms up and straight overhead. Feel free to gaze in the opposite direction. Just open up through the IT band, the hips, the low back here. Surrendering into the earth. One more full breath. Carefully release the feet, unwind from there. Take the knees to the left this time. That bottom left foot can cross over for that added rotation here. Arms can be overhead, or you can feel free to adjust the positioning. Gaze can be in the opposite way. Do what feels best to your spine. Breathing into that twist. One more deep exhale, just noticing the difference from one side to the next as we breathe. Releasing the foot. We come back through center. And we lengthen your legs out long and straight on the mat. Let's glue your legs together. Flex those feet back towards you. Moving into a roll up to get you moving again here. Arms to ceiling, shin to chest. Peel up and stretch forward toward your toes. Find a big capital C shape with the body. And then gently round down. Get that spinal articulation here. Repeating that, arms lift. Exhale up and over. Feel the back line of the body stretch. And then roll it down. Moving with your breath at your own pace. Really push into those heels. Zipper your thighs tight together. And notice how using the breath helps to smooth out the movement. Breathing through those sticky spots. Beautiful job. Let's take that one more time. Pushing those feet away from you. We roll you up to tall. Once you're there, bring your hands right on top of your shoulders, elbows nice and wide. You're gonna take and twist you to the right. Get taller. Find center, twist and take it left. Breathing as you go, wringing out the waist. Pulling your abs back and in. Finding those obliques here as we twist. Looking to where you're going. You take it one more each direction, even all that out. When you're even, rest your hands down by your hips. Bend your knees, feet come flat. Fingers can face forward or out to the sides. Do what feels best to the shoulders and the wrists. From here, we're gonna push into the heels and lift your hips up, that reverse plank or tabletop. You can gaze ahead if you'd like. Otherwise, allow your head to dip back. Open up, get that nice extension here as you breathe. Keep squeezing the glutes, keep holding the hips high. And then gently chin to chest first, set the bottom back down. We'll find that shape and space 2 more times. Feel free to add on a little bit more when you feel comfortable. Push, lift, open up. Feel the whole back line of the body working. Releasing through the front of the body. And then gently take it back down to the mat, chin to chest. Nice and strong. We'll do that one more time. Again, if you need to modify for any reason, feel free. Lifting up high. Opening up the heart and chest. Slowly chin to chest. Lower down. Release. Let's find a butterfly position with those feet next. So soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Heels can be close or scooch them further away and round forward here. Palms can face the ceiling. Melt on in as you breathe. Just releasing those wrists. Opening up more through the hips here. Counter stretching that out. One more big breath. Inch by inch, slowly peel back up to tall, growing through your spine. Then we'll carefully come onto your side. In a fetal-like position, we'll do a little bit more side leg work next. So we're gonna stack up those thighs, but this time they'll be bent today. Feel free to stay onto the forearm if you like. You can modify by coming down, resting to the elbow, or all the way to the forearm, whatever feels best to you. Pick your positioning. Stacking up those shoulders in line with the hips as well. Hand to mat for support, or it's onto the hips to make sure they're stacked up. We want to keep the heels tight together first. Lift the top knee up, the clamshell, and then close it back. You create that resistance both directions here, lifting and lowering. Abs pulling back and in, feeling that bottom oblique lifting off the mat as you breathe. Turning on through our hips today. Beautiful work. Go for 3 more like this. Lift and lower 2. And 1. Now knees stay tight together. Top heel lifts to the sky. Close it down. So getting that inward rotation, lift the heel, lower the heel. You may feel a little clunk, clunk happening through those hips. That's perfectly natural. We don't normally move in this direction. So it may feel a little foreign. That's okay. Lifting through that heel, take it 4 more. Belly back and in, 3. And 2. Last one. Top leg comes up just hip height. Keep the flex in the foot. Little press back. Keep the bent knee. Try to touch the wall behind you maybe. And then bring it forward. Bone moves in the socket. We push it back. We bring it forward. Keeping that bent knee the whole time. It's a little different sensation than those straight-legged side kicks. Really stay broad through the chest and collarbone still. Kicking back for 4 more. It's almost like a donkey kick, but lying on your side. Exhale, push 2. Nicely done. 1 more. And then leg extend out long and straight. Bend it in. That karate kick, we push it out long, hip in line with the heel, then it bends at 90. Keep it nice and parallel the whole time. Head's reaching away from the heel. Creating that extra space and length. Good, let's go just 4 more. Almost there, take it long, 3. Push away, 2. And 1. Stack up those legs. Bring yourself back to tall. We'll take the mermaid. You can keep the legs stacked or feel free to open them up like so if that feels better to you and your hips. Grab the ankle closest, other arm lifts up. And take that big side bend over and out. Reach and stretch, a little different than we did standing. Bring those arms to a T, and then take it the other way, either on the hand or down on the forearm. Again, lift up, come over and out. Reach and breathe. Lift and change sides. Anchoring through the seat. Energy out the fingertips. And we push back up tall. We'll switch sides. We'll get you evened out here. We'll find that fetal position 1 more time. Now we know it's coming. So you can be out long, propped up, or stacked onto that forearm. Do what's best for you today in your body. When you're set, hand to hip or the mat, just the top knee lifts up, close it down. Those clamshells here first. We lift and we lower. Connecting to your abs first, then the breath. Four more like this. Pushing 3. 2. 1. We keep the knees tight. We rotate that top heel up and down. Lift and lower, getting that internal rotation at the hip. Little different sensation here. Pushing actively away from the mat still. Bring it up for 4 more. 3. You got it. Lift and lower 2. Last one here. Nice work. Leg comes hip height. Flex the foot. We open the hips, sweep it back. Try and touch the wall behind you maybe. And then come forward. Again, push out. Come back through. It's almost like that donkey kick here, feeling it high in the seat, but the movement's happening from the hip. We push away, keeping the torso steady and still. We go for 4 more rounds. Exhale for 3. Belly up and in for 2. And 1. Bring it forward. This time karate kick it straight out. Heel comes in line with the hip. Bend it in. Push it long. Pull back to you. Constantly, actively lifting away from the mat. Head shooting away from your heel as you breathe. Take it out for 2 more. Last one. Nice work. Stack those legs, boost yourself up. It's time to take those side bends or mermaids over and out. You can open up the hips or you can stack. And from here, we grab the ankle, exhale, reach it through. Feel that stretch, a little different maybe than the other side. Find that T, and then reverse and take it over and out again. One more each way, boost up, exhale over. Find that T, side bend, reach. Pushing down through the seat, energy out the fingertips, opening up that heart and chest a little bit more here, smiling as you breathe. And boosting back up tall. We'll move into the meditation portion next. So feel free, you can lie down onto your back. Feel free to get pillows if you'd like, blankets, eye coverings. You can even do this seated, whatever feels best to you. I'll give you a moment or two to settle in. All right, we'll get started.
Join me in this self-love meditation. Find a spot wherever's cozy and comfortable today. You may be seated or lying down. Eyes just softly open or all the way closed. Let your shoulders relax and release. And just come to your breath. Inhales through your nose. And exhales to release. Big breath in. And exhale. You might even want to sigh it out. Just sinking in. Releasing and surrendering from the day. By drawing our attention to our innermost self, we find our source of inner peace and acceptance. Stress begins to diminish as we gain the peace required to move forward with grace. And just continue to breathe here, feeling supported by the floor or the earth beneath you. Inhales deep. Exhales to release. And know that your ability to breathe at will in all different kinds of ways, it's been there literally our entire lives. And our breath can change when needed depending on the circumstances around us. And our breath always is able to flow effortlessly, even when we are resting. Just following that breath here. Allowing that breath to fill you up with love. To fill you up with peace and joy. Allowing that breath and the stillness to remove any distractions from the outside world so you can focus deeper inward. Inhales deep. Exhales to release. And this breath helps stimulate our parasympathetic nervous system, referred to as our rest and digest system. By breathing deeply like this, you are commanding your body to relax and rest, to help rejuvenate you. And this in and of itself is self-love in its simplest form. And you can do this any time of day, no matter where you are. Now, as you rest here, notice how your thoughts are rising in your mind, one after the other. See them come, see them go. Becoming aware that some thoughts will linger, and some thoughts are only for a split second. I'm just beginning to focus without labeling anything, just allow the thoughts to move. Now begin to let your hearing become super alert now. Try to focus on some sounds around you. Maybe you can just hear the sound of your breath. Maybe there's some nature out the window or nearby. Perhaps cars are passing by or people are talking. Just allow yourself to go from sound to sound, focusing only on one at a time. Allowing that tiny wave of relaxation to calm your mind. Connecting back to your breath. Let's use the power of your visualization now to induce some self-love. Begin to imagine yourself full of an abundance of self-love. Inhaling the fresh oxygen being supplied to your bloodstream. Holding it in for a moment, soaking it in. And then big exhaling out. Feeling invigorated by this breath. And allow the breath to just flow effortlessly at a pace that's good for you. Inhales deep. Exhales out. See yourself choosing healthy foods. Cooking in your home. And noticing all the ingredients that you put into your body. Vividly see yourself eating. When you eat, see yourself enjoying these moments. And feeling how that wonderful nutrition makes you feel deep within. Notice the feelings of being proud of yourself. when you avoid eating something unhealthy. And know that what we nourish ourselves is an essential component in self-love. Coming back to that breath again. Inhales deep. Exhales to release. Hear yourself saying, when I fully love myself, I'm able to fully love others. And deciding to love myself is a wonderful agreement. Each day, I allow my love for myself to grow more and more. I'm worthy of this love, and I honor the joy that comes with it. Deciding to love myself unconditionally, no matter what happens, feels wonderful. And I deserve this love and self-respect. With time, my self-esteem grows, along with my self-love. And I begin to accept everything about myself completely. Today, I will choose more than yesterday to love myself even more. And loving myself comes easy. The more I love myself, the better my entire health may be. I find joy in even just existing. Every part of me that makes who I am is encompassed with love. This unconditional love within me overflows in abundance to those all around me. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Sinking into that stillness. Enjoying that peace and calm. And feeling that love circulating through your body, in and all around you. When we love ourselves, we can love others even more. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Finding that breath again, returning back to life. Gently allow your eyes to flutter open. And know that wherever you are, I love you. Have a beautiful day.